Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here with Savannah, and I'm going to be doing her face, and I'm so excited. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing yet. I kind of just put it in my brain, and I'm hoping it'll turn out as good as it looks, but you gonna talk, or?
No.
No, she's not. She's a little shy, but that's cool. And I'm just going to get started doing her face. So let's jump to it. I'm so excited to do this. Oh my gosh. Good old hot. I'm starting off by taking the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer and putting that on areas of Savannah's face where she has a little bit of texture and some more open pores. Next, I'm taking the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm and putting that all over her face just to prime for later when we go in with foundation. This smells like every ex-boyfriend I've ever had. And here I'm taking the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and putting that on her eyelids to conceal and somewhat prime for later on. And I mentioned to her that she had small eyes, and because of that, this story popped up. Last time I checked, you were white, but who knows?
They almost gave me back at the hospital because they thought I was Asian. They're like, "Are you sure she's yours?" And they're like, "I don't know." Well, I mean, I guess she's yours. She's labeled. That's the story of how
yeah. I don't really know what to say to that story. So moving on, I'm just blending that in with my Real Technique sponge. And after that's all blended in, I am taking my e.l.f. eyelid primer and I'm just priming her eyes for eyeshadow. By the way, I'm going to have all the products I use listed in the description down below. Taking my Morphe 35K palette, I'm taking the second shade in the first row and setting all of the creams I just put on her eyes. Savannah, what are you doing here? Stop it. Now I'm taking my Sonia Kashuk palette, and I'm taking the pink shade in that palette and putting that on my Sigma E40, and I'm blending that into her crease. I'm on my knees.
well, we know.
On top of that pink shade from the Sonia Kashuk palette, I also took the pink shade out of the Morphe 35K palette and put that into her crease as well, just to build it up a little bit so all the darker shadows that I'm putting later on will blend nicely. I then dipped into my Lorac Pro matte palette and I took the shade Latte and Corduroy and I mixed those together on my E40 again just to darken up the crease a little bit. Now taking my Sigma E25, I'm going into the Lorac Pro matte palette again and I'm taking Corduroy just by itself and I'm going to start defining her outer V. But after I did that, I realized that it wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be, so I took my Sonia Kashuk palette again and I took the darkest brown shade in that palette and I just put that into her outer V more precisely and I just started building up that color. And that pink shade that you saw me like dig my brush into from the Morphe 35K palette, I'm taking that again and I'm just going over the dark colors I put there just to make sure there's no harsh lines. You know how I am with blending, okay? Have we settled on that yet? I hope so. Then I took my Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells palette and I mixed the top and the bottom shade together and that's what I'm putting on her lid. And then going into the Morphe 35K palette, I'm taking a dark brown from that palette and darkening up her outer V again because some of it did get blended away. And then taking my Sigma E40 again with no additional products on the brush, I'm blending everything out. And after the shadows looking how I wanted it to, I started doing her eyeliner. And I started using my e.l.f. brush, but it sucked, so I just used my Real Techniques eyeliner brush instead. And I did get out of frame a lot trying to do this, but you do see that I just put a small wing on her because she does have almond-shaped eyes, smaller eyes, so I didn't want anything intense to close up her eyes because she has very pretty eyes. And I didn't want to take away from that. And then next I'm just doing her eyebrows. I just took a matte black shadow and I just filled them in. And after taking the time to fill them in, I am taking concealer on a synthetic brush and I'm just carving out her eyebrows. Then I'm just taking the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper and I'm setting them. And after that's done, I'm moving on to her face and I'm taking a green concealer and just kind of color correcting the redder spots she had on her face because I wanted her skin to look as flawless as possible. And now here I'm going in with foundation. I'm using the Revlon Colorstay foundation and I'm just pressing that into her face, making sure to blend all of it. And after I'm done with that, I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer again and covering up some spots on her face anywhere where she has redness, and taking the same brush I used for her foundation and blending that in.
Sit in Mama's lap.
So my fucking camera, I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but my fucking memory card won't fucking work, so I can't finish filming on it, so I'm filming on my fucking phone. Deal with it. Deal with it, pickle. Okay. I'm a little temperamental, so. But the last I did was her foundation and all that jazz, so we're just gonna keep moving on. And again, I'm gonna apologize for this portion of the video because something happened with my camera. It was fucked up, but I'm taking the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer and putting that under her eyes, and then I'm just highlighting the center of her face. I'm really sorry that the quality of this is so bad, but like I said, I had some camera problems this day, so just bear with me. I'm sorry. Moving on from that, I'm taking my Real Technique sponge and I'm going to blend all of that concealer in. After that's all blended in, I'm taking those two shades you saw me dig into from my NYX Contour Kit and I'm setting the center of her face. Anywhere where I highlighted her face, I'm setting with that powder. And setting the rest of her face with my Airspun loose translucent powder. After that's all done, did, and set, I took the contour palette from Wet n Wild Dulche de Leche and I took the contour shade in that and I'm just carving out her cheekbones, putting it on the tops of her forehead, and I'm just going to blend that in. But after I did that, I just thought that that shade was just a little bit too ashy for her skin tone, so I took my Hoola Bronzer by Benefit and I'm just adding a little bit of warmth to her face. And like I said, I wanted her to have a very structured contour, so now I'm just baking her face with my Sonia Kashuk brightening powder. And while I let that bake set, I just put on some blush, Milani Luminoso, my favorite blush ever. You should own it. It works on so many skin tones, it's just my favorite. Okay, anyway, moving on. I just took a black eyeliner and I put that in her waterline. And then I took my Sigma shader brush and I dipped into the darkest brown from my Sonia Kashuk palette again, which I used in her outer V earlier, and I just put that underneath her lower lash line and I smoked it out. Then I just took a fluffy blending brush, and you guys know the drill. Blend, blend, fucking blend that shit. And after I was done with all the blending, I'm just wiping off her bake and I'm going to move on to finishing the rest of her eyes. And as you can see, I'm just putting on some falsies. And these lashes are the Kiss lashes in Ritzy. They're my favorite lashes. Ugh, they're awesome. And after I was done with that, I'm just finishing off her eyes with some mascara on her bottom lashes. Then I'm dipping into my Morphe 35K palette again and taking the white highlight shade and just highlighting her inner corner and her brow bone. Then for her face to highlight, I'm just mixing the two highlight shades from my NYX Contour Kit and putting that on her cheekbones. Then to finish off this look, I'm just lining her lips with a nude lip liner, and I then went in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. And you can do any kind of lip for this. This smoky eye is very, very neutral, so you can do a bold lip, a nude lip, it doesn't matter. It will work with this look.
Oh, damn. That was good. I like it.
Yeah? I'm good. Wow, I love it. Okay, guys, and this is the finished look. Let me get an up close of it. Look down for the people. Yep. She looks so pretty. And I'm really sorry that my camera died and that this has to be such a crappy outro. But, thank you to Savannah for being my Barbie doll. Such pretty. And if you want to see more videos with her in the future, which there will be anyway, even if you don't ask for them, just saying. But if you do, leave in the comments what you want to see from us. And that is it for this video. This actually turned out a lot better than I thought it would. I'm very impressed with myself, to be honest. And she likes it, so I guess that's an A++. And anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye! Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.